The next Secretary of State, Jena Griswold.
Now, are you guys happy about something? What's going on today? Well, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm Jena Griswold, and I am honored to be Colorado's next Secretary of State. I love you too. Who's saying that? I hope I love you. I do love you, Monica. Well, I think it's so clear that Colorado and this country sent a clear message today. The politics of divisiveness, of hate are not welcome here, right? I am so proud of our state. We elected Jared Polis, the first gay governor in this nation. We elected Jena Griswold, the first African-American congressman in Colorado. And so many other great people who have won tonight. And I want to say thank you to all the ladies, all the incredible women. You women stood up, you marched, you organized, and you ran for office in a time that our nation was at crisis. And although tonight does mark progress, the organizing and the pursuit of equality, it doesn't stop here, right? Right? We keep going, Monica. You're the only person I hear in the crowd, by the way. And I want to thank everybody here who volunteered on this campaign. I couldn't have done it without you. We were a grassroots campaign that shows that grassroots organizing can win in Colorado. And lastly, before I really get into our speech, I want to say thank you and take a minute for Wayne Williams, my opponent, who has spent years dedicated to this state. So can we give him a round of applause? Now, I can't help but reflect on the unlikely journey that got us here tonight. 16 months ago, I launched a shoestring campaign for Secretary of State. I know some of you kicked in the first $2. And our message today is the same as it was 16 months ago. It's about every eligible person, whether you're a Republican, Independent, or Democrat, poor or rich, a person of color or white. It's about them having their voice heard in our elections. We must make it easier for eligible people to participate in our democratic process. And dark money, this secret political spending is corroding our democracy, and it has to stop. You know, being up here, it makes you remember. When I announced my candidacy, there were people who said we would never even win the primary, let alone the general election, and they didn't take this race seriously. And this was a real David and Goliath situation. We faced an incumbent, someone who has been in politics for a long time and going after a seat that a Democrat has not won for 60 years. And you know, it was me, a first-time political candidate, someone who grew up working class, not politically involved or connected, from rural Colorado. So I understand, but you know what? Do you guys know what? When things get hard, I get determined. What about you guys? Yeah. And thanks to our supporters, to Mario, who you guys know, Chris, Caroline, Emily, Craig, thanks to our team, and the very people here in this room, and thanks to our demand that politics as usual is no longer accepted, we have changed the course of history. We seized the opportunity, and with hard work, determination, and pure grit, together we did something that no one has been able to do for 60 years. 60 years. Let that sink in. A Democrat has not won this seat since Dwight D. Eisenhower sat in the presidency. We made And guess what? We broke a glass ceiling. We broke a glass ceiling. As the only woman nominated to statewide executive office in the primary, I am proud to now stand before you as Colorado's first Democratic woman Secretary of State. And one of the few women elected to statewide office in the year of the woman in Colorado. We made history. We broke a glass ceiling. You know, Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." The arc is long. But we have seen in Georgia, we have seen in North Dakota, the fight for voting rights for people of color, for the working class, for younger people, it's not over. What I hope to do and what you have elected me to do is make sure that the arc bends towards justice here in Colorado. We must ensure that every single person is heard, black or white, old or young, Republican, Democrat, or independent. Colorado can start down this path by expanding automatic voter registration. We can start down this path by reducing the power of dark money in our elections so that special interests and the billionaire class does not drown out our voices with endless secret political spending. What do you guys think? What do y'all think? You know, through the democratic process, access to franchise, we give voice to the voiceless. We give power to the powerless and an equal opportunity to every American regardless of status. We have to ensure that every single person is heard in our elections. Now, together over this journey, we have built a movement founded in a single shared belief. And it's not a belief in me, it's a belief in the power of having our voice heard. That's what this is about. By making our voice heard tonight, we showed the world that a better future is possible. We showed the world our dedication to the principles of democracy. By having our voice heard tonight, we showed the world that attempts to wake up our voice will not be accepted, and our voice will always be heard in this country. We will push Colorado and the nation forward. We will make sure the arc of the moral universe bends towards justice, right? So I want to thank all of you, all of the voters, for speaking out today. Thank you for entrusting me with this important job. Thank you for standing up for our democracy. And now our real work starts. Thank you.